Welcome to Elite Expert Insider Podcast, where we will inspire, motivate, and educate entrepreneurs, innovators, and growth seekers. Brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, making the best and brightest in the industry #1 best-selling authors. 80% of people say they want to write a book. We're assuming that's the same for you. If so, contact us at www.eliteonlinepublishing.com and make your book a reality. Hey, welcome to another great podcast. This is Melanie Johnson, one of the owners of Elite Online Publishing, with my good friend and business partner, Jen Foster. How you doing, Jen?
Good. How's everyone doing today?
Great. Well, we have another terrific podcast for you today. Do you struggle with time management? Oh my gosh, it's like one of my big things that I struggle with all the time. It's like, I don't know where the time goes. I look at the clock and I'm like, seriously? It's 2:00 already? So we have an expert coming on. He's a great friend of ours. We've spoke on his stages. We've been to his events. He's a 5-time best-selling author. His name is Erik Swanson, but you can't meet him yet. You just have to wait 1 second because I want you to subscribe to this podcast. So remember to subscribe, because when you do that, guess what? You're going to get a notification that we have these great guests coming on, and we don't want you to miss a thing. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you share it, because we don't want you to keep all this knowledge to yourself. And if you want to become an author, we want you to contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com. We have our new book, 7 Costly Mistakes When Choosing a Publisher. 7 Costly Mistakes When Choosing a Publisher. If you're thinking about writing a book, get that right away. And if you want to write your notes down and your thoughts down, we've got this great black and white journal called Write It Down. You can start writing your book right in this right away. Erik Swanson is in the house. He is going to talk about time management, his new book, Time Management, Habitude Warrior. And he has this great conference. Welcome, Erik. I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thanks so much, Melanie. Appreciate being here. What's going on, kids? How is everyone?
We're doing great. Well, tell everyone, Erik, a little bit about your background. How did you become this amazing speaker doing these awesome events and have 5 best-selling books?
I got started with Brian Tracy a long time ago, so I'm sure if anyone's a reader out there, then they know Brian Tracy. And Brian introduced me to a lot of other people like Jack Canfield and Greg Reed and Sharon Lecter and Les Brown, and the list goes on and on. And then somehow I got introduced to Jen Foster and Melanie Johnson, and wow, my world just opened up. Actually, it did. And became a 5-time, check it out. Oh, there's only 3 right here. Here, I'll be Vanna White. Boom! So I'm now a 5-time best-selling author from you guys. So I appreciate you all. And my latest one is, bam, time management right there. Time Habitude Warrior. So I got started with Brian 20 years ago, learned the principles of getting out there and really doing a great job in serving others. And then I got introduced to a guy named Jim Rohn. And I'm sure everyone knows Jim Rohn, and we lost Jim about 9 years ago. But before he passed, he had told me, he said, Erik, work on you. Don't work on, the job or the career or don't focus on all those goals. Focus on you as a goal. So I said, all right, good idea. And it started really working with me and resonating with me. And what happened was I built this, what's called Habitude Warrior. And it's all about your habits and your attitude. So that's where I live now.
Man, well, and we are a great fan of that. We attend your conferences and think they're awesome. So let's dive into the time management thing. So, we all struggle with this. Give us some of your tips in the beginning of that book that are just fabulous. How do we start to manage our time? What are some of your top ones of, like, if you're just starting from scratch, like, man, I'm a mess. Give me some of the first things I do.
Aren't we all a mess? I mean, seriously. So, I'll give you a few items or ideas that I coach on. The first one is realizing there's time wasters out there, and I write about this in my book, which is really, really interesting to identify who is wasting your time. And sometimes it's ourselves that we waste our own time. So I had to literally fire myself on a few of my items that I was working on and hire some people that really knew what they were doing. So, such as you guys, I mean, a lot of people try to become authors and best-selling authors, and it's really tough to do when you don't know the components. And really, let's face it, I could have figured it out, but why figure it out when I can have experts like you guys do it and saves my time so I can focus on other things. So time, and there's actually 4 categories of time wasters. I'll share it with your audience. There are people who have no need, no money, no urgency, and no authority. Those are the 4 major categories. So no need, no money. No money's fun, right? Some of us are out there and try to close people and work with them, and yet, they can't afford it, let's say. Or no urgency. How many of y'all have met somebody who they want all of your stuff, all of your coaching, your products, your whatever it is, and yet they can't, they keep on pushing you off. They're like, yeah, I'll buy in like 2030. Right? They keep on pushing that off. And then I always joke about the fact that, no authority. Have you ever given an award-winning presentation to the wrong person? Like, I gave this presentation one time. It was awesome. Melanie and Jen, it was spot on. It was so amazing. Like, you should have recorded it, almost like the presentation I'm giving right now. Anyway, so I'm giving this presentation, and it was a couple in front of me, husband-wife team. And what happened was I did all the talking. So I was literally going, and I didn't let them speak once, not even once. And I finally stopped like about 15 minutes into my presentation. And I said, are you with me? Does this make sense? And the woman turns to me and she goes, sí, pero yo no puedo hablar inglés. I was like, oh no. And I looked at the guy, I'm like, come on, save me, man. He's like, no sé. So time wasters, we're really focusing on people who, we're trying to not, that toy, the game for kids where you try to knock the circle into the circle area, but we try to do it circle into the square, and we try to fit different things. Yet we should really realize that some of that's not going to work, and we need to identify what the problems are, and then move to a different direction. So that's time wasters.
Yeah, I love that. And I love how you have so many awesome tips in this book, Time Habitude Warriors. So tell us your next tip that you have for Time Habitude.
Wow. So I got a lot of
clear,
tips.
you have the do's and the don'ts.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So I have something right here that's it's actually a to-do list. Reads the 15 chapters of to-do list, and then the back chapters are 15 chapters of a not to-do list. Kind of cool, right? Yeah. So because a lot of us major in minor things. So the next tip I'm going to teach you is the technique of touching it once. So touch things once. When something comes into your email or your iPad or whatever, all the technology we have, or heaven forbid somebody should hand you a piece of paper these days, right? But if you have any type of thing that comes onto your plate, touch it once. Have a priority list. Like when we teach our clients ABC list. A things have to be done that day. B things can be put off to the next day. C things you can do it this week, but you could put it off to the next week. D is to delegate to somebody else, and that's huge. And then E list is, of course, eliminate it all together. And here's one more tip about that. Whenever you have, let's say you have a list like this, right? You have a list. Don't cross it out. When you complete it, actually check mark it, because psychologically that really helps you.
Mm-hmm. Really? I never heard that before. A check is better than a cross off.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, and even the mental aspects of that is like, I'm accomplished. I did it. It's checked. It's done. Right. It's so different than eliminated. It's the check.
Exactly. It gets your conscious and subconscious mind in congruency. And that's the key. I mean, let's face it, stress. You know where stress comes into play? It's when your goals are not being reached in the time parameters that you're allotting yourself. So it's amazing if you just really prioritize your day a little bit easier. Like I start my day the night before, and that's huge. Start your day the night before, meaning I have lists of different things that I check mark, and this is my morning list that I designed last night. I just take 10 minutes or 15 minutes to let myself know what I'm doing the next morning early and get those done. Also, do what my mentor, Brian Tracy, used to teach us. He used to teach us this, eat that frog. And what that means is if you have a big bucket of frogs to swallow, eat the biggest one first, because the rest will go down easier. It's the same thing under time principles, where you want to look at the highest or the biggest task first. Tackle that right away. And what most people do is most people start tasks and then they don't complete them. Okay. And what happens is it takes a full 80 or 90% of your energy and your effort and your mindset to get back into completing that task. We used to have a person that worked for us at Habitude Warrior, and they were great, awesome, great individual. The thing was, there were like 20 tasks that were lined up, and they didn't complete not even one of them. So we had a lot of production, but then it went down to no production at the end of the day. So you got to be careful of that. You know, people say, "Oh, I'm busy." Well, busy usually equals broke. Are you smart? Right? That's the key.
Yeah, sometimes you have all these balls in the air, but none of them reach the finish line. You know, like they've all raised up, but you don't have anything totally complete. And I remember a guy telling me one time, it's like, yeah, all right, I know I got all this stuff to do, like eat the frog, like you said. So they go into the office and they know they're going to do this. What's the first thing they do to attack that project? They go get a cup of coffee. And then they go, you know, oh man, I should maybe answer these emails. And then this gets in the way and that gets in the way. You're exposed to so many people in your business, so many speakers, coaches, workers, entrepreneurs. What do you see in the marketplace that are some of the top things that people are having trouble with?
Oh, wow. As speakers or as...
No, in time management, regarding time management. What do you think like are some of the top time management things? Is it Facebook that they're wasting time on? What are the things that you see like, oh my gosh, these are the top 3 that people shouldn't be doing at all? Like this is consistent. If you can kind of break some of those.
Yeah, I see a lot of stress where a lot of people put their, you know, they go to work and they do the work thing and then they go back and they go home and they're at home, you know, which is great. And it's great to separate that. But what I like to do is even when I'm at home, I'll take literally 15 or 20 minutes to work at home. That saves me about 2 hours the next day during the day. And it's a stress release, which is fantastic. Also, what I've noticed, like you bring up social media and so forth. Okay, let's face it, we're in a social media era. You know, this is amazing, it's awesome, and a lot of people complain about it. A lot of people don't realize it's really helpful. Like, look at this, we're on this. I mean, you know, I'm in Scottsdale today. I think you're in Houston. You're in Utah, I believe. Where in Utah are you?
In Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, of course. So we wouldn't be able to do this if we didn't have this technology. But here's the scoop. I've noticed that a lot of people seem like they're spending hours and hours on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever they're focusing on, social media. What I've done is I've designed something called social, what do I call it? Social media 10 by 10. That's what I call it. Social media 10 by 10. What I do is this. I take 10 minutes every morning, and only 10 minutes. And I connect with 10 individuals on social media, whatever platform I choose. And by the way, there are 6 major platforms. 6 major platforms, all right? There's the 5 majors that we all know, which are what? Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram. I used to call it Snappy Chatty and Instagrammy because I don't know how to use them and so forth. I still don't really know how to use them. I'm still looking for the darn, you know, the dashboard on Snapchat. And my friends are like, there's none. I'm like, all right, fine. You take care of it. So I hire people to do my Snapchat. So am I on it? Yeah, I'm on it. I don't really need to know how to work it because I've got other assistants that help me work that. So those are the 5 majors. What are the other 1 or 2 that we should be on is YouTube. I've got a YouTube following of about 20,000 people there, which is fantastic, you know. And I literally have about 500 or 600 testimonial videos on YouTube that we put on there that are 1 minute long, 2 minutes long, and so forth. And guess what? That saves my most valuable resource, which is my time, because people see that and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I want to work with this gentleman." Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So those are the 5 or 6 major, and the other one's Pinterest. And Pinterest, from what I'm learning, is it's not just for buying handbags and so forth. It's actually, it's a really great search engine to get in front of other people as well. So might want to look at that. But taking a look at those 5 or 6 platforms, what I do every morning is I take 10 minutes and I connect with 10 individuals. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm friends with Jen Foster on Facebook. What I'll do is this. I'll go to Jen's page on Facebook, we're using as an example today. And what I'll do is this, I'll go and I'll like something that she posted, something about her kids or, you know, her latest book that's coming out and so forth. By the way, when you're posting, you should do a 3-to-1 ratio, 3 business, 1 personal, 3 business, 1 personal. That's on posting, okay? On your own page, that is. Now, when I'm on her page, what I'll do is I'll go and I'll like something really quick. I'll do something really, just a quick comment, keep it positive. Oh, there are 3 rules that I do whenever I'm on somebody's page. Here are the 3 rules. I'm quick, I'm positive, and I don't advertise. Those are the 3 major rules that I do. So I'm on Jen's page, and then I'll scroll down a little bit on the left, and I'll see about 9 or 12 or something like that, icons of people that are friends with Jen. And I'll click on one that I don't know yet. And then I'll go to their page, a fraction of a second. That's all I need. I don't even need to do anything on that page. All I do is go to the page for a second and then click the back button. And now I'm back off the page. Guess what? Because I didn't request their friendship, my profile icon, I guess it's called, whatever, will go into their feed of that platform. Let's say it's LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, whatever. And they're more likely to request my friendship, and my algorithms go up higher. Pretty cool, right?
Really cool.
There you go.
We didn't know we were going to get social media
all
tips
wrapped
too.
into one. Sorry, say it again.
I didn't know we were going to get social media tips too. That's a bonus. I love that.
That's exactly what I just said. Social.
Yeah.
There you go. Social media, right? In that book.
Social Millions. That's a great book too.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Well, tell us you have another one there that you had mentioned earlier. What's another tip or a don't of a time management?
Sure. Let me give you one more. So I have two more real quick. One is this: become a big loser. Okay. And what I mean by that is just become a big loser. A loser in what? Think about it. Write down, grab a piece of paper and write down 5 things that if you lost that out of your life, if you got rid of that out of your life, like cable or bad attitudes, or whatever it is, or smoking or coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore. I don't drink alcohol or coffee. I get rid of those, and I built 2 more international companies because of that over the last 2 years. So pretty easy to do. You just get rid of certain things. And that's the thing is a lot of us tell our kids, well, don't hang out with that crowd. Okay. You got rid of that. You need to replace it with a better crowd, a better whatever that is. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that brings into my last point that I'll share with your team right now is friend renewal contracting. Okay. Now this is it's written in the book. Get the book, by the way. Ready? Hold on. Yeah, there you go.
Get the book, Habitude Warrior,
for those that don't have video. Yeah.
Beautiful book, right? I know. So get the book and read Friend Renewal Contracting. What I do is this I do this every 6 months, but do it at least every year. Take a look at your friends on your iPhone or your smartphone and say to yourself, okay, who's really in my court, on my team, right? And who should I stop surrounding myself with as much? And it's really cool. And that actually moved me into what I call the elephant list. So what I do is this: I grab a blank piece of paper and I write down 6 names or 5 names. Within every 6 months, I do 5 names of people that I want to start surrounding myself with. These are influential people. It could be famous people in your industry, whoever that is, and put it in the universe and start showing up. And then on the back of that page, you put 5 names of people you don't want to surround yourself with as much because they're time wasters, and they're energy suckers. They walk into the room and the lights dim. Be careful of those people, right? So, and by the way, don't call them and say, hey, you made that list. Okay. Don't do that. So there you go.
Those are all great tips. Great tips. Tell us, how do we come to one of your events? Because you have events 2 times a year. Yeah,
actually, it's more than 2 times a year. We have them about 4 or 5 times in different cities. And we're really excited about it. We do a 3-day event, 33 speakers for 3 days. Can I do that again? 3-day event, 33 speakers. All right. So anyway, and it's all TED Talk style presentations. So definitely come to our events, check it out. Just go to habitudewarriorconference.com. And it's written probably up there somewhere. So Habitude is habit and attitude put together. So it's habitudewarriorconference.com. And that's how they can go. And then if they want to check out some of my books, we've got all these books are on, just go to bestsellingauthor.erikswanson.com and you can check out all my books there.
And of course, they're all on Amazon and everywhere ebooks are sold, and everywhere that paperback books are sold. He has full distribution everywhere, so you can get his book on any device, anywhere, any format that you like. Tell us. Yeah, he's got a bunch of videos there, and his bio is there, and all of his books are there. And he has more coming out. So he's being a little shy, but he has more than the 5. I'm just saying, there's a couple more that he's got out there. So, and there's
somewhere. They're out there somewhere. They're right there. There we go. They're all over the place. You got to get this book. Check this one out. Hold on. So I've got Secret Habitudes. That's all secrets of really cool stuff. And then this one. Check this out. Boom, 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 boom. It's called Crush and Dominate. 13 strategies to piss off your competitors.
All right, now I'm going to put you on the wire a little bit. Pick one crush and dominate strategy that you can share before we go.
Okay, all right. So I'll tell you how to read this book. Check this out. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I'll tell you. So grab the book and start reading it from the beginning. That's fine. But then take my advice. Go to the end of the book, because I put 5 bonus chapters in the end of the book, and they're awesome. They're really, really awesome. Okay. So one of them is, let me just pick one. Oh, wow. Interview the competition's great. Hire the competition. Wow. Build a wall of fame. I put that back here. Oh, let me just tell you about this one. The $100 gift card and sending a thank you card in advance. So here's what I do. I go grab a $100 gift card, or you can grab, let's say, 10 $50 gift cards. That's fine. So you have these $50 gift cards from like Starbucks or wherever, and you got 10 of them. Then you grab 10 of your stationery or thank you cards, and you send them to 10 people that you want to start doing business with. And here's the way it works. So you write down on the card, you say, Joe, I just wanted to thank you very much. You're amazing. I hear some great things about you. By the way, we don't know each other yet, but I wanted to thank you in advance and see if there's any way we can possibly sit down for a cup of coffee and see if we can help each other. Oh, by the way, coffee's on me. I put a little gift card in here. Now, you put on the back of the card, you put 50 on there. Okay, so because when you get a gift card, you're always like, oh, thank you. And then you're looking for the denomination, like, how much is it? Because guess what? Everyone repeat after me, and you can do it silently if you want. $10 gift cards suck. Okay, so don't give $10, don't give $15. Treat yourself the way you would treat other people, right? Give $50, right? Or give a nice denomination. So now what's going to happen is they're going to open up that card. They're going to go, this is great. I don't know this person, but hey, they just bought me $50 worth of coffee. I better have some coffee with them. And they're going to call you and set up an appointment. So there you go.
All right, now the publisher me is going to take that one step further. I want you to take that and put it in, send your book with it, and put it in the chapter that you want them to read that helps their business, that will make them a client of yours. So in the title, say, I have a gift card to Starbucks, and it's on page blah, blah, blah of chapter such and such, and there's great content in there that's going to help you with your business, and I want you to be a client. So send the book with the card.
That's a good idea.
Great idea. That's a fantastic idea. Wouldn't it be cool, Melanie, if we could do that, where you could actually put in the book somewhere where it's printed and it says, meet me at Starbucks at the corner of at this time and date? That'd be so cool if you could stealthily put that in there.
Okay, so you can. On the card, you say, here's a link. So you write on the card, here's a link to a personal video that I made just for you. And you can do a private YouTube video. And on the YouTube video, you go, hey, thanks for getting my book and the card. I just want to say, meet me for coffee if you're available next Tuesday at blah, 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 blah. Let me know.
Yeah, YouTube Live.
That's a great idea.
To the next Habitude Warrior level.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a fantastic idea. Let's do it. All right. So now you know, for my next book, let's do it. We're going to do that.
We're sticking it in there. All right, thanks, Erik, so much. And before you all go, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Remember, if you would like to become a best-selling author like Erik, please join us at eliteonlinepublishing.com. We have over 50 authors. I can't promise that we'll accept you, but if you submit your book, we will take a look at you and make you a #1 bestseller. eliteonlinepublishing.com. Subscribe to our podcast and get our new book right here. 7 Costly Mistakes When Choosing a Publisher. Out now on Amazon on paperback and ebook. We'll see you next time here.
If you'd like to create the most powerful advertising tool for your business, contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com, where we will help you create, publish, and make your book a #1 bestseller, and show you how to get new leads and more revenue for your business. If you'd like to check us out on our Facebook page, we have a free book for you as our gift. Just go and click free book. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment for our podcast. We would love to hear from you.